Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Spoilers, Nina's Thorny Path Redemption Saga or Recovery Nightmare. General Hospital spoilers and rumors tease Nina Reeves' Corinthos Cynthia Watros is traveling down a very thorny path as she tries to make amends and try to fix her relationships. Nina hasn't always been the strongest person in the world, and everyone has their limits with everything she's been through. Will she experience a redemption saga or a recovery nightmare? Nina agreed to Jason Morgan's Steve Burton offer to buy back her half of the Metro Court, knowing he'd give it in turn back to Carly Spencer Laura Wright. She told Drew Cameron Matheson she thought it would bring her one step closer to getting Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bernard back. Little did she know what would happen shortly. Nina agreed to Jason Morgan's Steve Burton offer to buy back her half of the Metro Court, knowing he'd give it in turn back to Carly Spencer Laura Wright. She told Drew Cameron Matheson she thought it would bring her one step closer to getting Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bernard back. Little did she know what would happen shortly. Nina's already lost her husband, one daughter to death and the other to her own, telling the truth at the totally wrong time, after keeping it secret for months. If Drew had not gone to Greenland on the rescue mission and brought Liesl Obrecht Kathleen Gotti back, Willow Corinthos Caitlin McMullen would be dead. Nina did nothing wrong in reporting Carly and Drew's insider trading. True, it was a crime, but her motivations were selfish and her timing terrible. Now she doesn't know if she'll ever get Willow and her grandchildren back, and realizes Sonny and Ava are acting like a couple. Ava and Nina were rivals before. Kiki Jerome Haley Aaron had been Willow and Nell Benson's Chloe Lanier half-sister, as well as Avery Jerome Corinthos Ava and Grace Scarla. One other secret Nina might learn that will knock her off the balance beam of life is finding out none other than Valentine Cassadine James Patrick Stewart messed with Sonny's pills. Ava's trying to steal her husband instead of help her get him back, and finding out about Valentine's duplicity might be the last straw. When Nina first came to Port Charles, she put Ava in labor and kidnapped Avery and fled to Canada. She wound up in an asylum where Heather Weber Allie Mills was at the time, thanks to Franco Baldwin Roger Howarth, her only friend then. Might something similar happen now, and Nina's road to redemption turn into a relapse and a recovery nightmare? Be sure to catch up on everything happening with GH right now. Come back here often for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. In the dimly lit corridors of General Hospital, a sense of foreboding hung heavy in the air. Whispers echoed among the staff, fueled by the ominous hint of a curse looming over one of their own, Dex, a young and promising officer of the Port Charles Police Department (PCPD). It all began with a seemingly routine investigation. Dex had been assigned to a case involving a string of mysterious disappearances in the outskirts of Port Charles. The community was on edge, rumors of a malevolent force prowling the streets, snatching innocent souls in the dead of night. Despite the skepticism of his peers, Dex was determined to get to the bottom of it. As Dex delved deeper into the investigation, he uncovered a tangled web of deceit and darkness. Each clue led him further down the rabbit hole, into a world he never knew existed beneath the facade of Port Charles's idyllic streets. But with every step closer to the truth, the curse seemed to tighten its grip around him, whispering its sinister promises of doom. It wasn't long before Dex's colleagues began to notice a change in him. The once confident and stalwart officer now bore the weight of his burden heavily, his eyes haunted by the horrors he had witnessed. But Dex refused to relent, driven by a sense of duty and justice that burned within him like a flame in the darkness. Meanwhile, whispers of the curse spread like wildfire through the halls of General Hospital. Some dismissed it as mere superstition, while others couldn't shake the feeling of impending dread that lingered in the air. Rumors swirled of past officers who had met untimely ends, their fates inexplicably intertwined with the darkness that plagued Port Charles. Among those haunted by the curse was Dr. Laura Collins, a renowned psychiatrist at General Hospital. She had seen firsthand the toll it took on those who dared to confront it, their minds twisted and tormented by forces beyond their comprehension. But even she couldn't shake the feeling that Dex was different, that perhaps he held the key to breaking the curse once and for all. As the investigation reached its climax, Dex found himself face to face with the source of the darkness that had plagued Port Charles for so long. In a heart-pounding showdown, he confronted the malevolent force that had eluded him for so long, his courage and determination shining like a beacon in the night. But just as victory seemed within his grasp, tragedy struck with a cruel and merciless blow. Dex's world was torn asunder, the curse claiming its latest victim in a cruel twist of fate. As the dust settled and the truth was revealed, General Hospital was left to grapple with the aftermath of Dex's demise, grappling with the haunting question of whether the curse had claimed yet another soul or if Dex's sacrifice had finally broken its hold over Port Charles once and for all. In the aftermath of Dex's tragic end, the halls of General Hospital were shrouded in mourning. His colleagues struggled to come to terms with the loss of one of their own, haunted by the specter of the curse that had claimed him. But amidst the grief and despair, there lingered a glimmer of hope, the belief that Dex's sacrifice had not been in vain, that his courage and determination had paved the way for a brighter future for Port Charles. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, life in Port Charles began to return to normalcy. But the memory of Dex and the curse that had claimed him remained etched in the minds of those who had known him, a reminder of the fragility of life and the darkness that lurked in the shadows. And so, as the sun set over Port Charles once more, casting long shadows across the streets and alleys, the residents of General Hospital held their loved ones a little closer, grateful for each precious moment they shared in the light of day. For in the darkness that lurked beyond the city limits, the curse still whispered its sinister promises, waiting patiently for its next victim to fall prey to its insidious grasp. In the dimly lit corridors of General Hospital, whispers of fate lingered like a haunting melody, weaving through the bustling halls and echoing off sterile walls. Among the staff and patients, a palpable tension simmered, fueled by the ominous hint of an impending tragedy. Dex, the valiant PCPD officer known for his unwavering dedication, found himself ensnared in the tangled web of a curse that seemed to shadow every step he took. It all began with a seemingly routine call, a disturbance at the outskirts of Port Charles. Dex, with his trademark stoicism and sense of duty, responded swiftly, his badge gleaming faintly under the moonlit sky. But little did he know that this call would unravel a chain of events that would threaten not only his own life but also the lives of those he held dear. As Dex ventured deeper into the heart of the night, a foreboding presence seemed to loom over him, a shadowy specter that whispered of impending doom. He brushed it off as mere superstition, the product of an overactive imagination in the face of danger. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. A sudden ambush left Dex fighting for his life, his every instinct honed to survive against the odds. Yet, amidst the chaos, a chilling realization dawned upon him: this was no ordinary skirmish. There was a sinister force at play, a curse that had plagued the ranks of the PCPD for generations. Rumors of the curse had always lingered on the fringes of Port Charles folklore, whispered in hushed tones by those who dared to speak of it. It was said that every officer who dared to challenge the darkness that plagued the city would meet a tragic end, their fates intertwined with the very fabric of the curse itself. As Dex grappled with this revelation, a sense of unease settled upon him like a shroud. Was he destined to become another victim of the curse, condemned to fade into the annals of history like those who had come before him, or could he defy fate itself, rising above the shadows that threatened to consume him in the heart of General Hospital? Amidst the frenetic pace of life and death, Dex sought solace in the company of those who stood by his side. His fellow officers rallied around him, their unwavering support a beacon of hope in the face of uncertainty. And yet, beneath their facade of strength, a sense of trepidation lingered, a silent acknowledgement of the grim reality they all faced. Meanwhile, whispers of the curse spread like wildfire throughout the hospital, igniting fear and speculation among staff and patients alike. Some dismissed it as mere superstition, a relic of a bygone era, while others couldn't shake the feeling that there was truth to the tales that haunted the city's darkest corners. Amidst the chaos, a lone figure emerged from the shadows, a harbinger of both salvation and destruction. Dr. Laura Collins, renowned for her expertise in the arcane and the unknown, sensed the tendrils of the curse tightening around Dex like a noose. With a sense of urgency born of years spent unraveling mysteries beyond the realm of reason, she embarked on a quest to uncover the truth behind the curse that threatened to claim Dex's life. As Dex teetered on the brink of oblivion, a glimmer of hope emerged from the depths of despair. Through sheer determination and a refusal to surrender to fate, he embarked on a journey of self-discovery, confronting the demons that lurked within and without. With each passing day, he grew stronger, his resolve tempered in the crucible of adversity. But just as victory seemed within reach, fate dealt its cruelest blow yet. A sinister figure emerged from the shadows, wielding the power to tip the scales of destiny in their favor. With Dex's life hanging in the balance, the residents of Port Charles rallied together, united in their determination to defy the curse that threatened to consume them all. In the heart-stopping climax that followed, alliances were forged and sacrifices made, as Dex stared into the abyss and dared to challenge the darkness that sought to claim him. And in the end, as the dust settled and the echoes of battle faded into silence, a glimmer of hope remained, a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who refused to be bound by the chains of fate. As General Hospital braced itself for the trials yet to come, one thing remained certain: the shadow of the curse still lingered, a reminder of the fragility of life and the resilience of the human spirit. And in the face of uncertainty, the residents of Port Charles stood united, ready to confront whatever trials lay ahead, together.